Welcome to the shed. We have a special guest. It's a special episode. Perhaps you can hear the gun reports outside of the 21 gun salute we're receiving from the armed forces. Celebrating what, you may ask? Our 200th episode, I may answer. 200 episodes, give or take. No, it's at least 200. What it is 200 plus some duds that never made it to air. So we're pretty excited. Mostly, actually, we're just happy to be here, as we usually are. So hang with us. I don't know what we're going to talk about other than our 200th episode. Maybe it'll just be a full hour of us marveling that we've been doing this that long. I don't know. Hang in there and see.
Well, I'm going to say welcome to the 200th episode.
Yeah.
The Shed Doggies.
Yeah.
Here we are in the shed for the 200th time.
Here we are.
Or not quite the 200th time.
Hard to believe that we've been here 200 whole times. Thank you to our listeners who have held with us for 200 full episodes, 200. Or even if you haven't, you kind of make us feel that you have.
Yeah.
Yep. What is our start date?
7 years and a bit.
It was February of 2018, wasn't it?
That sounds right. Yeah.
We did a lot of fooling around with non-producto episodes in November and December of 2017. In other words, by non-producto, I mean we couldn't figure out what to do or how to do it.
Yeah.
And
so that means February just passed 7 years?
Yeah.
Well, just for our listeners, just to catch them up. Atta boy. What a good boy. He's a good
And
boy.
as an added additional extra bonus special plus, we have a guest right here physically in the shed. Fabulous Haley of snazzy Yaletown. You know, downtown.
Yaletown.
where it all happens.
I forgot you're down there now.
Is here in the shed, and she's here to help us celebrate the 200th, partly because this whole thing was her idea. So those of you who've been trying to find a target to direct your seething anger about having had to endure 200 episodes of our stuff.
Feels like 200 years anyway. Go ahead.
She's right here in the room. Just letting you know.
It all started with Haley.
Yeah, because she was having to endure the nonsense she had to hear between us anyways.
Haley did that special episode of the music festival called Shambhala.
Shambhala.
Right?
That was an epic thing.
Epic episode. We'll put a link back to that.
Yes, and I mean, aside from a special guest, we've really outdone ourselves with planning for this episode, by which I mean we haven't planned anything. So we'll make it up as we go, but whatever you do, wherever you are hearing this, if you haven't already gone to the website to see the episode, do it, because it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, without even having consulted with RJ about this, jam-packed with memorabilia.
Well, and if you look around the shed, you see the appies that we've laid out and the small crustless egg salad sandwiches. Always a favorite.
Can you hear the band?
A little bit of cognac.
Yeah. Chase your egg salad with some cognac. Yeah. So it's going to be a wild night in here, I tell you.
It's going to be great.
And we have stuff to talk about, I hope, other than, ourselves.
And the Shed Dogs on Air sign is lit up.
That is a thing that we need to have that on the website for sure. You know what we need to also do is take a new cover photo.
I agree.
Because we got our hats and everything. The one on the website, it's three of us holding albums. I'm holding
right.
Tubular Bells.
That's right.
And I don't know what you fools are doing.
Well, we're overdue for a new cover photo,
We
aren't we?
Yeah.
Because I was young then. So, Hal, as... I'll have to delete that. We don't want to be referring to you as Hale.
Not allowed to?
Well, it's not well received.
It wasn't well received when I was like,
okay.
19.
Good.
Doesn't really bother me so much anymore.
I used Siri to dictate a note to Moby today, and she decided to call him Mobile.
Nice.
Which he does
I've
get
been called.
Yeah, he gets called that from time to time. Yeah.
Mobile.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Oh my God, I'm guilty of using the bots so much now.
Whoa.
I got the one that you talk to.
Then can't you talk to all of them? I thought you could.
No, you just talk to it and then you ask for clarifications and it remembers everything you've said so far. It's very nice.
Okay. Remembers everything you've said. See, so I wonder if we're all going to have to start to get really careful with, words that we use in association with artificial intelligence because, remembers.
It remembers everything.
It's a pretty human trait, right?
Yes.
whereas it stores it in memory is
Yeah.
more like what an AI would do, maybe.
It remembers every slight.
Because otherwise, we'll soon descend into our, AI overlords.
Yeah.
It'll just go that much quicker. We will regard them as human.
So Yaletown, huh? How long you been there?
I've been there for just over a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm moving actually in 2 weeks to not Yaletown, but to up Canby. So still city of Vancouver.
So up can be like in the area of the new SkyTrain route or the old SkyTrain route, I guess.
I'm not sure, but Queen Elizabeth Park, sort of. So
Ooh,
West
nice.
King Edward and Canby.
Well, that's a nice area.
Yeah, really nice. I got a good deal up there. So Yaletown was nice. It was a slice, but it's not really my crowd. I think I was just there because it was close to work.
Yeah, the foosball crowd hangs out there.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, sure.
Case made.
Soho Billiards.
Well, that's not too...
It's Yaletown-y.
it's trendy as anything in Yaletown. Every time
It's-
I go there, I
yeah.
feel 10 years younger.
Soho is right off Drake.
So since we started the podcast, have you felt a great lessening in just audio noise, being buffeted with noise we might make? Now that we do it in here, as opposed to on the phone when you're present or anything like that, is it been a big load off your mind?
No, honestly. It still lives within my soul.
Now, how many hundreds of people have you got to start listening?
Actually, I got one of my colleagues to take a look on Spotify. He's going to be living in the unit next to me at my new place.
Oh, okay.
So he's a data analyst in advisory. And he thought it was pretty cool. He's from Vancouver Island. And I think probably his dad or his parents are probably like kind of in the same genre. So he thought it was really fun. He's like, oh, wow, your dad's really cool. I
Good.
said, that's right.
Yes. Good.
Yes. His dad works for BC
And
Ferries.
good looking.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you will see on the website yet again soon.
It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
You've been doing this?
Yeah. Huh? I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I can't believe that.
7. Oh, I can't kind of either. I mean, a long time ago, Rich told me that hardly anybody gets 200 episodes done in their podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they quit. Everybody quits.
We get approached all the time now by people who want to do post-editing production because they look at the number of episodes and they just assume that we're some kind of thing.
Well, I mean, they correctly assume we are some kind of thing, but what they mistakenly assume is that we have a giant audience as a result.
What they don't really know is what kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. We're the kind of thing that doesn't need guys to do editing for us or to, market.
And I sometimes think that I could kind of say, okay, so the first one's free, right? And just get a total free edit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would be kind of fun to find out what we got. But I mean, if our one experience with somebody who wanted us to sell their merchandise is any indication, there's no free lunch.
Magic Mind.
Yeah.
What if we gave Buddy Magic Mind?
Yeah.
Oh my
He'd
God.
be focused.
Well, we'd finally answer the long time question is, can he wave that tail hard enough to achieve flight? If we gave him Magic Mind, we would know. He would just start to levitate.
So how many episodes does like Joe Rogan have?
Oh, I don't
or Tanamon Joe?
Those guys have a lot more than 200, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a tech podcast I listen to, and they say stuff like, oh, I think this is our 800th episode and stuff. Yeah.
They also, those guys, they don't have quite the elasticity and schedule that we enjoy.
right.
Their stuff comes out like clockwork every week.
It's like
Yeah.
it's their whole
Yeah,
business.
it's their whole thing.
Yeah.
And
the
they
other-
probably get paid.
I was just going to say, the other thing they enjoy is actual income.
He's just like a puppy.
He's getting it out of his system.
Well, Haley, as long as he's got access to your hands, he will keep doing that.
Forever.
Yeah,
Yes, he will.
How old is he?
Just about 3.
Oh, that's why. He is like a baby.
Hey, no teeth though.
He's been good.
Once more.
It's like so exciting for no reason.
See, this
It really
is just
is.
the best.
I always end up sitting in that chair like this because it just blocks all its access to
You
everything.
can't get past.
Yeah.
What would you say that is like an analogous podcast to your guys's that's actually got attention.
Oh,
and-
that was actually successful?
Yeah, like, do you model yourselves after anyone after all these years?
No. Do
It
we?
hasn't evolved.
We do not. I mean, I listen to a couple podcasts where the people are clearly old friends and they just talk about any old topics.
Oh, so that's pretty similar.
So that is similar in that regard, yeah.
Do you think they're making
No.
big money doing it?
Yeah. I think Roderick on the Line is one I listen to. It's John Roderick and Merlin Mann.
Well, we can rule out that they're better looking than us, so how are they doing it?
But I mean, he was in an indie band, so
I
he
know.
kind of has lots of people that know him.
Right.
He's buddies with Ken Jennings, the guy that's the Jeopardy host. And he's also known as Bean Dad. He's the guy that made his daughter figure out on her own how to open a can of beans before he would let her eat. So he got attacked in Twitter.
Also,
by
had some
all the-
video that went crazily viral.
No video. Is all the politically correct people saying you've abused your child.
Oh.
You're abusing your child, yeah.
Well, so what? We got to take some notes. Sorry, hon, but you're going to come in for some abuse here because, those guys, the guy was accused of abusing his daughter, and that was part of their path to popularity.
Okay. Did you ever hear about that guy, Michael something? Michael Allig. He wrote a book called Aligula about himself. Michael Allig. You guys know?
Never heard of him.
You've told me about that.
I'm
So-
sure I did. I
You
watched
did.
so many
Is
documentaries on this guy.
Caligula a play on Caligula?
Yes.
Caligula?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no, you told
because the hedonism, it sounds like.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was part of like that 90s club kid scene in New York City. And he wrote like a memoir. He went to prison for like 17 years. He died when he was released, but he killed a friend of his in like some drug-induced psychosis in the 90s. But he was like on talk shows, and he wrote, the book was like some play on words about him being a psycho. You don't know who I'm talking about.
I think you talked to me about this.
The
years
club
ago.
kids. There were like drag queens, and there was a large like gay community, and they were really into like scene drugs and stuff. They ended up being on like just a bunch of those like Sally, Jesse, Raphael, and all those daytime talk shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he ended up killing someone that they knew. It was very public. Went to prison for like 20 years. And when he got out, he had a really successful podcast. It's like on YouTube, Spotify.
So that's...
I'm just saying dark origins don't mean anything. Like
Is he still very successful, or has he been?
he
killed?
died. He died.
Okay, so there's a good reason to moderate our ambitions. We don't want to be killed over it.
So you're saying we should model ourselves on that?
It's not surprising to me that somebody's podcast did well because they did something terrible.
Right.
That's all that was
Yes.
So, Welby, what do you think? Should we just kill Rich, and then
Skinny.
we'll be really popular?
I mean, there's a lot of hedonism that goes on here as well, but we always keep that out of the podcast.
Well, it takes the form of having the stove lit all the way through while we're here. That's some pretty indulgent lifestyle stuff. It takes the form. Well, we made cookies. How
getting
much more
cookies
hedonistic
today.
does it get than that?
It's going to be great.
I know.
I can't wait.
You don't have to necessarily kill your friends to enjoy a hedonistic lifestyle, I don't think.
It was with like James St. James and RuPaul and that subculture, if you will.
I've been going crazy lately doing bookings.
For us,
No, for like
The tour, Skin, the
Oh
tour.
my God, it is the tour. It is a tour. It's my foosball tour, though.
oh,
I got Trois Rivières this month. Next month is Ottawa, and then June is Spain.
Or you're doing some little ones before the big one.
Yeah, a couple little ones, and I was supposed to go to Portland and Vegas, but I canceled those because of the stupid stuff that the U.S. is doing right now.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so
Good for you.
I mean, it was the tariffs, but
Yeah.
now I'm thinking even if they actually suddenly pulled the tariffs, there's all the threats of taking us over and all that kind of stuff. So it's just
well, tell me whether you've hired a video crew, because you're going to need the behind-the-scenes, thing for it.
or for foosball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they're
yeah,
going to
yeah,
follow them city to see, watch the crowds get larger and larger.
Yeah.
Clips
yeah.
of local news guys that get progressively more excited as each city is visited, and they just stun the crowds with their unbelievable foosball expertise.
Stalker fans.
Crazy.
Fangirls.
And then, when
Fangirls.
they arrive in Europe, it'll be like when the Beatles landed in New York.
Nice.
And they're coming down the ramp.
Let's go back to Richie avoiding the States. So, Haley, I'm interested in how much you pay attention to American news and politics, and if you have any opinions on the subject that you care to share. No pressure.
Could you narrow it down?
Well, for instance, I think this should be a new segment skin, Armageddon or something. But for instance, the other week...
Keep it light.
Yeah, Armageddon.
Armageddon, nice.
Armageddon.
The other week, Dylan and I discussed buying guns.
Okay.
And that's just really that would have never have happened even 6 months ago. But if you start to think about it, and a lot of people have said that even though it sounds like Trump is joking, he's not joking. And if you talk about what the Russians did to Ukraine, Trump actually has that in mind. And what does that turn into, and how fast does it happen? And do you think about that? Do you talk about that with your peers and stuff?
You mean like the whole absorb Canada, like we're not a sovereign country?
Yeah.
I don't think about it seriously because I don't think that it is super possible. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't feel that way to me.
Okay, so generally, does American politics get into your...
Yeah, absolutely. Because of the effects on the economy and then the effects on my industry that I work in. So tariffs directly affected my industry, or the
Already.
wave before a tariff. Yeah. And like financial forecasting directly affects markets that affect my role. So I think about that, but I think about like nuclear war. I think about what do you say, like the degradation of the international community
Yeah.
against the States because of their collusion with Russia.
Yeah.
And that whole scene with Zelensky was horrific. And it was probably like, felt kind of like a sign of more to come. And it's scary, but I think it's all just tied to one figure. So I think when the figure is gone, things can be restored, just like kind of what happened before. But
that's
if not enough damage is done, I guess, in the meantime.
I'm not sure about that because of the damage, like as in any part of the federal government down there. You know, if you get rid of the Department of Education, for instance,
Sure.
And you push all that to the States, it's not. I don't think it comes back as easy as people might think or hope, and that's
No, but really the question is, if Donald just woke up dead tomorrow, would we quickly resume some more approximate version of democracy in the States? Right now, there isn't an approximate version of democracy at work in the States.
And I'm not
telling the courts are not going to listen to what they say anyway.
Yes,
so
but
if Trump goes, will that all just stop, or would it continue?
who's next in line?
J.D. Vance.
Yeah, and he would step right up and...
Well, but he's not. The maggots don't think J.D. Vance is the next Jesus.
I don't know.
Nope.
I'm actually sort of curious as to how much they spin and how long they've been spinning. You know, like people that Trump probably isn't even paying attention to, but he has this army that has been working to get him into this position so that they can do what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but you're saying it's not around the water cooler at work. You guys are not talking about developments in American politics first thing in the morning, I guess, yeah?
We don't talk about it because most of the people I work with are in their 20s or they're in their late 30s and very established, and their kids are in private school. Like, they're good, and they don't really, I don't think, have to think about it or talk about it with their colleagues so much. Maybe they talk about it at home. I don't know. But they're more concerned about like how it affects interest rates, because then our developer clients, you know what I mean, might back out of our service agreements and are really like worried about the bigger picture, I guess, or like moral issues.
So have you seen impacts already?
For sure, yeah.
Like the interest rates, or?
Yeah, tariffs were a thing.
So tariffs would affect you how?
Because in anticipation of tariffs, it has intimidated buyers. So a buyer market is...
It's depressed right now.
Yeah, they were already really reticent about getting into new construction or joining in the market, getting into the market because of regulation in this province and costs for development driving up list pricing and barrier to entry and stress tests for mortgages and just cost of living here. So with that added on, and then like political disruption so close to us, I think it would put off people who would have felt more comfortable otherwise. It's a perception thing. Like a lot of my industry is affected by like optics and perception. So
Like how people feel about whether they'll have a job or not, for example.
yeah, how confident they are in markets and financial trends and the costs of their lifestyle, like things like groceries and oil and gas and stuff they can't control.
Yeah, I was kind of going where you were going, RJ. They're like, there's probably a lot. Like I heard a thing in CBC on the way over here, housing sales in Ontario down 23% the first quarter because of that, all of that business. And you sort of think, yeah, if I'm sitting on the down payment for a house, but all of a sudden, whatever industry I'm in is under attack as a result of tariffs and everything, am I still going to tie that money up in a house whose value might fall away if the Canadian economy really does just go down the
Exactly.
tubes?
I think people already feel that we're in that zone. Like cost of living is crazy and we can't, like our clients are developers and they can't move product to save their life.
Yeah.
It's not even about cost anymore. It's just like appetite. People are just not interested in risk at all. So it means that there's mass layoffs in my industry. My agency has had layoffs within the last year, and they're planning another one this year. So realtors are going into resale or they're pivoting completely into different work and blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Because there's not new construction happening because people aren't investing.
Well, it's all kind of, what is it? It's like systemic. It all affects each other. Symbiotic. Like the developers have the cost has gone up because of provincial regulation on new housing and new build. So it's more expensive than ever for them to put new inventory into the market. So they have to increase their costs in order to cover that. And the most that we've done is extended the timeline that we held developers to acquire construction financing. Usually it was a year. Now they've extended it to 18 months. Like it's nothing. And that's, again, mostly for, I think, optics. And people are just not interested. They'll just buy resale, like older property, or they will wait.
So prices are dropping, but even with prices dropping, people are still saying, I don't want to get into this market.
That's right. And like interest has obviously gone down. Interest rates are down, but it's just too volatile.
It's
people
interesting
are worried.
because it's the flip side of, 6 months ago, everybody would be talking about the housing crisis and how expensive everything is. And this is the flip side of that, right? If housing becomes cheaper, but if the economy can't support it anyway, then it doesn't.
Yeah. And people would rather wait. And honestly, like, so would I. So.
Well, that's great because there's Pierre. One of his big pitches is the deal is broken. And this is so dumb. I mean, when we were in our 20s, to my knowledge, we weren't buying houses. You might start saving money to buy a house in our 20s. But his ads say, used to be in this country, you'd get a job, you'd buy a house in your 20s. And he said, but under the Carney-Trudeau Liberals, housing prices have, I don't know how many times over.
So we saw the press attacking Trudeau for the last 3 years anyway. And I just saw my first negative headline about Carney, and it will start really soon because all the major press outlets are related to oil interests. So it's all going to be Carney screwed up this. People don't,
And I mean, but the point I was trying to make was that Paul Olivier, one of his big pitches is we're going to get rid of the GST on houses. Well, actually, we're going to get rid of the first 50,000 up to 50,000.
Sure.
And then, A, is that really going to make or break a house purchase? And B, if nobody wants to buy houses, it doesn't matter how much you cut the GST. They don't want to buy them. So I'm happy about that. Happy that he's not, succeeding on that particular pitch. But you're right about Carney. He's just going to start getting blamed for everything.
He'll get negative press, for sure.
Sorry, do you guys get political very often in here?
No.
Too much, I'd say. Yeah.
Is it mostly Canadian?
No.
Okay.
It's more American than Canadian.
What'd you call it? Armageddon?
Armageddon.
I think it's a good idea because people are always interested in that. It's polarizing, but like, who cares?
Yeah, we've already scared away most of our conservative listeners.
Oh, okay.
In fact,
Conservative.
Hun, I think you represent assuming that you listen, a significant portion of our listening audience.
Okay.
We try not to.
Yeah, we do more than we intend to do. I think that's fair to say.
I'm interested just because I think it's an unbelievable time right now. Like, this hasn't happened in our lifetimes, and I don't think it's a passing little something. It's rather,
No.
They're not going to just stop.
yeah, it's rather
whether
serious.
Trump dies or not, I think the answer is they're not going to just stop.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
last time this kind of stuff happened was pretty well in Germany, right?
Yeah.
In the lead up to the Second World War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times you guys have thought about this, but I've thought about this a lot. When I was a kid and as a somewhat younger man, in my 20s, not that long ago, I used to wonder, because Germany seemed like a pretty reasonable place, right? Their policies, when I was a young man, seemed to be pretty reasonable. West Germany, at least. And so the constant question was, how could they ever have gotten themselves into a situation where Hitler is their guy and the population is supporting him? And the answer is, now we know.
Yeah.
That's right. Now we know. I mean, the reason that Germany was such a great place after the World War was because the U.S. poured so much funding into it.
A lot of it.
And so it was really a great place to be, like
Yeah.
economy booming and the good side of things, not having to have an army
Yeah.
saves you a huge amount of money.
Like Poli-Sci 1101, don't they tell you, like, fascism is the result of political and economic unrest? And, like, we just had COVID and all of that,
True.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
The appetite for a strong leader
Yeah.
is
Get
there.
those trains running on time, damn it.
And, like, bringing in domestic revenue and, like, domestic jobs,
Well, isolation.
manufacturing.
Yeah.
Yeah, xenophobia.
I would have said absolute 5 years ago. I would have, even when Trump was president last time, I was said it would be unimaginable to be where we are today, right now, this minute.
I think the difference, though, is that maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that America has the media is a power that like Putin can just nuke the media, any bad press. And I don't remember much in history about what Hitler did as far as that was concerned. But I mean, there must have been something going on, right? But I think the media is a little bit stronger in America. Or am I just hoping that?
No. It's definitely media in general, way more pervasive than it was in the 1930s, right?
Yes.
You had radio and newspapers, and that's it in the 1930s.
Yeah.
So now you have, I don't know how many different ways to get information. In fact, it's thrust upon you whether you're looking for it or not.
Well, I think they're fighting the media, though, right? Like, I think they've been busy kicking the media out of the
Oh, yes.
Out of the White House.
Trump
Certainly,
briefings.
certainly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and he said that MSNBC and CNN should be declared illegal.
Exactly. And so the
That's
whole
just this week.
Yeah, the whole Goebbels thing, I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
was he ran the whole information system.
Yeah.
Right, and that's certainly what the White House will try to do. But I'm not sure that. I just don't think they can get away with it, just because the internet is so wide open.
But
That's
the
what I think.
accompanying step is to declare differing points of view illegal, essentially. So if you are running a news outlet of any sort that provides contradictory information or opinion, you're going to get shut down. And
Yeah.
again, you just kind of think,
That's the goal. They just need to get there. They're a long ways away from it still at this point.
they're pretty close.
But then you have to also act like you're not doing it. Like Carolyn Levitt inviting TikTok content creators to join the Associated Press and ask questions.
Yeah.
Like they have to play both sides.
Yeah.
And having Elon Musk run Doge.
Oh, my goodness.
That address at the Oval Office was crazy. And then they told, President Zelensky, like, why don't you wear a suit?
Yeah.
I'm like, why doesn't Elon have to wear a suit?
Well, and Zelensky's not
What?
wearing a suit because it's a long-standing tradition
in
for
war.
leaders. Well, it's the leaders wear the uniform that their people are wearing, and Churchill did it in the Second World War. And
That's
and
so
those
crazy.
guys are in there saying, "So disrespectful, you're not wearing a suit."
It was
It's
crazy.
really, really awful.
I've never seen anything like that.
No. I would have never believed I would see anything like that. But
Yeah,
here
well,
are.
we just saw, what's his name? Khalil, is that his name? The Palestinian. He is actually a Palestinian on a visa at Berkeley, and ICE arrested him and are trying to deport him. So that's the first. We will penalize you for that, for the protest, and we will
Yeah.
penalize you hard, and everybody watches it. And then, okay, nobody's going to raise that issue as much as they did.
Yeah.
So
Right, because it's
that's
an-
one tactic.
Because it's an onslaught, and it's hard to raise issues
Yeah, when
when
there's just
so many different things
Yeah.
are happening, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, think about Germany. How many accounts have you guys heard over the years of people who went through that, who were initially Nazi supporters, who were then later shocked when other Nazi supporters that they knew were getting dragged out of their homes in the middle of the night because something about their background or belief system wasn't working anymore? And to the guys in the States who just blindly follow Trump, my thought would be heads up, because it's all well and good when the other guy's getting dragged away in the middle of the night. But
Yeah,
your turn
yeah.
will come with governments like that. It's invariable. They invariably turn on the people that used to support them. I mean,
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is probably why we don't talk that much politics.
Why?
It's just so bleak.
Well, yeah, right now.
It is oblique.
But yeah, it's important to look it in the eye too. It's incredible, and it's like horrifying, but it's important to acknowledge it,
Yeah.
because it is really happening. And people that I know had hypothesized that if Trump got reelected, he would be assassinated. Like someone's going to shoot him, he's going to die.
There's-
And they tried, which is crazy
Well, how did
already.
here in the panel, how many of us wonder whether that assassination attempt was sincere?
I think it was.
Probably was, yeah.
It was a
I
kid.
I think it was too, but
It was a
think it was.
kid, and they shot him.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and you don't go, hey, kid, just aim for his ear. It just doesn't work.
No.
Not plausible.
yeah, that would have been a bit much, even for a performance artist like Donald.
Yeah.
He's like, did you know that the ear bleeds the most of every body part?
Really? Is that what
He
you're
learned
saying?
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't think that's
There was
true.
so much blood.
I don't think that's true that the ear bleeds. I think anything in your head bleeds more than anywhere else.
I know. He said that at his first speech after it had happened.
Yeah.
His victory
Oh,
speech.
Trump said that. Oh.
Yeah, he went on at some length about how much of an injury that was.
Whatever
have
he
died.
says, I'm liable to think the opposite must be true, you know?
Yeah.
Probably smart.
Yeah, his remarkably quick healing from that serious injury and the complete lack of any visible evidence that anything happened to that ear at all within about 2 weeks. So it's punctured by a bullet or clipped, and 2 weeks later it just looks fine. I mean,
You know what I like? That Melania renegotiates her prenup every year with Donald. She does. It's a real thing. Every year she gets a little bit of a tighter prenuptial.
Right, because he can't afford to have her leave him.
She
at
has
this
to,
point.
remain in that position for optics.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And you've got like the kids on social media trolling Barron with that, like, I Love My Suitcase song. There's like so many circles of jokes from people who really, I think, like have their head on straight about it. But like you were saying, I think media makes you feel like there are a lot of people that take it really seriously. I struggle with that. I'm like, how many people really do actually take him seriously and really go along with it? But I guess enough people because they voted for
Well,
him.
I just watched something yesterday. Sam Cedar. Do you ever listen to him?
heard his name. That's
Yeah.
about it.
So he does a podcast, but he did one on camera with 20. He was surrounded by 20 conservatives, and he was saying the topic was the mistake that they're getting rid of DEI, and he called it DEIA, A for accessibility, I think. And I don't know how they selected these 20 people. It was sort of fascinating. I didn't watch the whole thing or anything, but they are all young people, younger. Certainly, I think everybody was less than 40. They were diverse. They were LGBTQ, and they are all conservatives, and they all had had an argument against Cedar and
They all had arguments that were pro-Trump.
yes, and pro get rid of the DEI stuff because they think it's not based on merit. It's like affirmative action, but it isn't actually. And anyway, it was fascinating. But what it did was it opened my eye to they're not just truckers in red hats, sitting around the barbecue. There's a bigger swath of America that you don't see very often when MAGA is presented to us.
Yeah. Well, there's not 35 million truckers in America.
Exactly.
That's roughly the estimated size of the hardcore MAGA population. And think about it, about 70 million people voted for him.
Yes.
Unless we want to go down the was it rigged rabbit hole, which I don't know if there's any profit
Bernie
in that.
could get into that conversation. I've seen those roundtables too, like where they have subtypes of conservatives, and it's scary. Like MAGA versus Trump supporters. So those are actually distinct groups too. I don't
Oh.
understand it well enough to talk about it, but there are so many subtypes within conservatism
Yeah. Wow.
in the States. It's like it's a dual party system. How many people just were like, I have to not vote for Kamala? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
It
sure.
sucks.
But there's probably the same amount of subsets in the
Yeah.
Democrat
Yeah.
side
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because lots and lots and lots of times people are casting lesser of evil votes, right?
Yeah.
And so if you just think to yourself,
Yeah.
there is no chance in this earth I'm going to elect a woman of color,
Yeah.
then I have to go Donald. And
Yeah.
that means I have to make myself believe that he's not as monstrous as I actually think he is. But then the question becomes, at what point do you begin to feel like, oof, do I wait for the next election?
Yeah.
Like at this point, I'm wondering if there's going to be a next election.
Well, exactly.
I think there's going to be martial law, and he's not going to want that.
Isn't he like pushing 80 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but once he's gone, then again, it's somebody else that fills in.
Vance could never.
Yeah.
But I do wonder about that, is what happens. Because honestly, I don't want to go to hell for just hoping he dies. I have to temper my hope with the idea that his successor might be just as bad or even worse.
Well, he's an idiot for sure.
Yeah. But idiots are useful, as they say.
But he's built his administration by just kicking out actually qualified people with his supporters.
Yeah.
And he's already done it where you were saying earlier he'll just turn on you. He's already done it to
Yeah.
people that show like that are even just fully supportive and loyal to him till the end. If it's advantageous, he'll just turn
Yeah.
on you. Like what Mitch McConnell, he's like still mocking him. I'm like, what even now is the point?
Well, because Mitch McConnell has finally come out and said a few negative things about Donald, because
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell's also announced that he's not ever going to run again.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to care. He just,
It's not a threat. Like he's petty, you know?
well,
It's like a child. People, I've heard some theories from that I agree with that are saying like he doesn't have plans. Like he'll just create a problem that he can then fix because he wants attention. It's all just about having attention. Like a narcissist, like an egomaniac. And he gets upset when he's not being like congratulated and celebrated. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's this like endless, bottomless, histrionic issue, you know?
But so then,
Like the TikTok ban.
but it's serving somebody. So then I guess that's the next question is, who is it serving? Somebody somewhere, some group is spending a lot of time and effort and money to have Donald become the president.
People he has deals with.
I don't know.
Like, why won't they release the manifests for the Epstein parties?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I got to think it's people like the Koch brothers, right? They seem to be always under the radar. Every once in a while, you see, they're supporting this and that, but they're as rich as Elon. Elon is sort of an odd one because he's just doing it so publicly.
Elon's openly said that he abuses like hallucinogenic drugs and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think he's on the spectrum. But like, I don't think the way he communicates is like the poster child for someone who's fried themselves.
I just was hoping. That's more of a hopeful.
I think he
speculative
just
question.
he partied with Trump so that he could get his businesses into better positions and remove some regulation where it needed to be removed, and et cetera, et cetera.
Some people believe that the relationship is Elon's above Trump
Yes.
in a sense,
Yeah.
and can arrange for
Yeah.
Trump to get kind of lose his power if he
Yeah.
needs to.
Well, you saw X wipe his boogers on the Oval Office, and he told Donald, like, he was like, "You're not the president." He's like, "Shut up." He's like a 4-year-old.
Is that what the
kid.
little
Yeah.
kid said
His
that to him?
son, yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, it's just all so ridiculous and scary.
Yeah.
Well, Haley, we're going to have you as political correspondent for sure. Like, you have a depth of
clearly
knowledge
know what
about
I'm
this
talking.
stuff. Well, I mean,
I know
would
the-
say more than I
know
do.
the,
Oh,
like,
absolutely more than I do.
The
for sure.
social media trends. This is just
Yeah.
because I'm on TikTok. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
But,
it.
Yeah, this administration is way scarier than Trump's first because he and his entourage understand politics so much better now. So they knew how to use those executive orders, just bang, 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 and kicking out people. And they're twisting the term DEI not to mean like diversity hires, but a lot of people who are simply black
And non-white.
are non-white are like, oh, okay, we got to fire you because certainly you must have been a diversity hire, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
really, let's face it, whites are pretty well the only people that deserve to be hired in these
or are
leadership.
capable. Yeah.
or are capable.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that's the way it's feeling.
Well,
Yeah, so that's just a wonderfully positive little segment there.
Yeah, way to celebrate the 200th there, everyone.
good.
Way to go.
Yeah, we should go into conflict theory next. I'm thinking of getting an Aura ring.
What is that?
It's just like
It's like a mood ring.
a health monitoring bracelet. Like, it's the same thing. It's it's fit to your finger specifically, and it just reports a bunch of your data about your health, like your heart rate and your sleep cycles and
Oh yeah,
your hormone balances, your sweat, stuff like that. Like, it's really sophisticated, or it's supposed to be, and you can get it in like different, like silver, gray, gold, whatever. It's like $600.
holy smokes!
And you have to get like a $8 a month membership subscription where you can have an account so you can review all of your data. And it's just they make them for little babies too, but not this company. They're like silicone little wrist bracelet things that report all that to you through an app. Basically, like your kid just grows out of it. Like, you have to cut it off when they're out of like their toddler years. It's like peace of mind for the parents. This is just a ring for adults, normal adults.
I guess my question is just, is it objectively reliable? Like,
Well, how would I know? I haven't got one yet.
yeah, I don't know either.
I have a lot of friends that have them. One of them's my director, and she thinks it's great. She thinks it's really useful. I don't know how much more useful I would say that it is than, like, say, wearing your Apple Watch to bed. But I don't have an Apple Watch, and that is more expensive. So,
Apple Watch, they start around $350.
oh, do they?
Yep.
Never had one.
Oh, hey, shout out to not a listener, grandfather now. And how do you guys feel about this for a girl name? Scarlett.
ooh,
It's pretty good.
I
that's
liked it.
Yep.
Hale?
I don't know. I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
People in Scarlett's generation will have absolutely no knowledge of Gone with the Wind.
exactly.
I thought of Clue.
What's that?
I thought of the game Clue, the board game.
Oh, right,
The library
yes.
with the lead
And
pipe.
then Scarlett Johansson. And then the Scarlet Witch in the Marvel Universe, obviously.
Wow.
And I'm like, all those references, I could never do it.
I went instantly to Scarlett O'Hara.
And there's the Scarlet Letter as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked the name Lucy. I thought that was such a fun name.
It's a great name.
I do also.
I got an old lady named Maureen. Shame on you.
You got a fabulous name. You got a name that people envy. The other day, I ran into someone about your age whose name was Geneva. How do you feel about Geneva?
That's cool. It's obscure. It's artsy.
Wow. Well,
Good name.
Anyway.
yes.
What's your middle name?
Maureen. Yeah. That's how I feel about it too.
Yeah, I heard how you felt about it. That's
Brutal. I don't even know her or anything about her.
Who are you? Who's Maureen named after?
Who is Maureen? Exactly. Yeah. Scarlett's sister.
I was just going to say.
Well, Scarlett, I think, was fictional. Maybe we could try to distinguish between fiction and...
Okay, anyways. Apologize. I'm 35. It's time.
I think she's saying that it is time for you to apologize. Is that?
Yeah, no, that's...
I am saying that.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't give you a much worse name.
Thank you, Dad.
A much
Well,
worse
I am
name?
sorry that you didn't get a name. I mean, I don't know. It's... Who knows these things? I just don't... I
Parents when they name their kids.
They normally...
I accept your apology.
don't know. Parents.
But it might be one of your mom's
Successful
relations,
parents.
do you think?
It might be.
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this we're just hitting the highlights here. 200.
Politics, childhood trauma.
Lifetime of resentment about the given name. Oh, do you want to have my $100 moneymaker? So the other day, I was out having a beer with not a listener. And our server's name was Geneva, just by the by. And we got told that the food and stuff was cheap between these certain hours because it was happy hour. And well, how long does happy hour go? Till 5 o'clock. Till 5 o'clock? Wow.
What is it, like 10 in the morning you guys are there?
Well, it was 2 in the afternoon,
Okay.
something like
All right.
that, after a ride. And I said, what happens after that? Is it sad hour? Is it unhappy hour? And that's the idea. Let's start marketing unhappy hour.
Unhappy hour.
But I couldn't flesh it out any further than that. And listeners, regular listeners will know that when I say it's $1 million billion idea, it's usually about a $200 idea. So when I say it's a $100 idea, you can take your own guess as to the likely real value of it. But still, unhappy hour.
And did you suggest this to Geneva?
Yeah.
And how did she react?
Well, when you're a server,
So,
you are interested in gathering tips. And so you have to, as a
Okay.
consumer, be aware that you're dealing with somebody whose job, whose interest is maybe slightly feigned,
Go on.
maybe completely feigned,
Yes.
maybe hides a seething hatred. Who knows?
But when it comes to your ideas, don't you have to wonder that about pretty well everyone?
No. Because some of them, in a lot of those crazy $1 million ideas, there's some nugget down in there someplace that makes some sort of sense. And some of them have at some level, like for instance, you may recall, Rich,
yes.
because I know that you comb through the archives of my brilliance quite regularly. You may recall the noisemaker for electric cars suggestion.
Yes, that's right.
That actually came true.
Yes, it did.
So there was
sure
a
did.
nugget someplace, like a manufacturer as prestigious as BMW chose to pipe engine noise into the car's
They did
cabin.
indeed. Yes, they did. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Before
okay.
you even came up with the idea, they did. Yeah.
Now, right around the same time.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So
Independent.
there was a nugget there. That's the point.
all right.
I guess
Well,
the second unspoken
but I
point
think
that I generously make, 'cause I don't hear any other
I think
ideas coming
unhappy hour
forward.
is a great idea, and I think it, in a way, it kind of already is there, don't you think?
How do I make this attractive to anybody in any sense? Like, because happy hour involves a discount on
Yes,
food and drink.
of course.
So unhappy hour, should it involve a surcharge? The surcharge already exists. The return to regular prices at 5 o'clock
Exactly.
is the surcharge.
that's
So,
what
that's
Rich
right.
was saying. It already is there.
yeah. So that's why it's only $100 idea. But someone out there
Okay.
in our sea, our ocean of MAGA-like, devotees will flesh that out.
If I start a podcast, I'll call it The Unhappy Hour.
Jeez.
That's a
That's a
great
good idea.
title.
Thank you.
Skinny.
Is
Stole
he?
it.
That's a good idea.
You didn't finish with Geneva.
What about her?
What did she say? What did she say?
Oh, she laughs. Oh, that's a great idea. Well,
Oh, okay.
obviously,
That's all I wanted to hear, Skin.
yeah. It's and that was a pretty unflattering imitation. But I'm just-
Yeah, I think even servers who want good tips, they might be pretty good at humoring you, but I think largely they're not just lying to your face.
I think they appreciate an opportunity to laugh. Honestly.
Yeah. It's just like people
that's
being
all it
nice. Yeah.
Okay, so that was it. We can move now on to something quite a lot more meaningful and important. and
Well,
that
I don't
is
know
listener
about
mail.
that. Let's do listener mail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listener mail is always.
Okay, Alex from Code something or another.
Almost always.
Is your podcast earning the revenue it deserves? With code ADX, you'll earn at least 15% commission every time a listener buys using your promo code.
Wow.
15%.
Wow.
Listeners, write in and let us know, should we take advantage of that offer?
Well, I mean, what? I couldn't, I read that letter and I just sort of thought, okay, so this sounds like if anybody's going to come to us to ask us to, sell their product, somehow this product or the intervention of this company is going to be sure that we never make a deal for less than 15% more than everybody else is getting, which then raises the question of, will we ever get a deal with anybody because we're just that much more expensive?
Recently, one show earned over $1,500 in commission from just a few listener purchases.
Fantastic!
Just a few. Okay, that's 3, right? Am I
Yeah.
right? 3
Yeah,
or 4?
yeah.
That's a few. So, and that's at 15%. So those few were like $10,000 in purchases.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
What are they selling? Sorry? Whatever.
Well, exactly. It's whatever. It's we choose the brands and products we want to promote. No audience size, placement, or length requirements.
Oh, so this is somebody just seeing the 200 episodes and saying, ding, ding, there's
Yeah, exactly.
there's an opportunity.
Exactly. So we see something that we think that we can promote, and then we give the code, and then the listeners fill in the code, and then we get the,
so we could be the next ShamWow guys.
I believe it's like ...
awesome.
profits.
Yeah. Profits, yeah. Yeah, we could spend a couple of episodes just pitching in the most just galling manner possible any kind of products. Use those big full juice voices, like an hour of that.
It's your time to shine. What's that? AG1?
Yeah. That's actually the Vice Grip Garage guy pitches that all the time.
Joe Rogan does.
Phew, that's a bad.
What is it?
AG1.
Never heard
It's
of
like
it.
a superfood green powder thing.
Oh, yes.
Health powder.
Makes you peppy and strong and virile and smart. It's just
Or Magic Mind.
Magic Mind also. Although since we haven't been able to come to an agreement with them, I think we should really stop mentioning their name here. 'Cause
Isn't that just like a...
That's the product that we would drink to make you more focused. And we were working with them to get a sponsorship, which we thought of as a joke, but they were going to make us sign contracts and all that kind of stuff. So we
So
dropped
it's like Adderall?
it. Well, maybe.
What is it?
Well, it has lion's mane. It has a whole bunch of those holistic.
Oh, mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. in it.
Ashwagandha.
Probably.
Well, it's all legal stuff,
That's legal.
but it's in that, I guess it's in that never land between drugs and foods.
Right.
But the killer was they were
Magic Mind.
going to ask us to promote their product in the middle of the podcast, and they were going to ask to hear our promotion and approve it before we could play it in our podcast. And just that alone was just like,
Lots of partners do that.
just shut up. I'm not going to send you on an audition for your magic elixir.
They'll have you redo it.
Yeah, I just
Lots
thinking,
of like affiliate marketing and stuff. They do that on TikTok with creators too. They have to like send 3 different versions of a video back to their
Right.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I
so-
believe I heard secondhand from you that you should never have on your podcast something that's ingested.
Secondhand, yes, I did say that. That
Yes.
was me.
And I think it's a very good maxim to live by. I mean,
Yeah.
we could recommend it, and then suddenly someone
Yeah.
ends up in a hospital
Yeah.
because they took too much of it.
Too
Like-
risky.
I immediately thought of that Simpsons episode where all the players on Mr. Burns' softball team are taking whatever the magic elixir is
Oh.
and get big, giant, swollen heads.
Oh, I thought you were going to do Ralph, though. Like, it tastes like burning.
No. Oh, but I did remember, sorry, this is a bit of an aside, but I was in the car the other day driving along, listening to them guys talking about the Canucks. Is Pettersson going to wake up? Yada, yada, yada. And they always talk about the betting lines, right? The over-under for various games. And in one of them, it was just super terrible odds, and they were laughing about it. And they were sort of saying, well, who's ever going to vote the whatever, the bad odds, right? And one of the guys said, I thought they were due. And the other guy started laughing, and I thought, where have I heard that? And the third guy said, it's when he bets the Generals against the Harlem Globetrotters.
You remembered.
And his rationale is, I thought they were due.
The Generals or the Senators or whatever.
Yeah,
they're
the
called,
guys
that always lose.
always.
Oh, the Isotopes, wasn't it?
No, that was the softball team.
Oh.
But in that episode, it was Homer bet some just ridiculous amount of money on a team that everybody knows never, ever wins. And
Right.
the guys who have to play the Harlem Globetrotters.
Right.
And he said, I thought they were due.
So
Anyways.
back on listener mail?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Especially if there's more like that last one.
It was great having you, Haley.
Yeah, thanks, Hale.
Thank you. I'm super proud of you guys. I really am. I can't believe it's been that many years.
Yeah, really.
Time flies.
Well, I am sure glad that you poked at that a few times. I tried to ignore it. I failed. And I'm really glad I did because
Look how fun it is.
we've had so much fun in here. At least, I don't know. These guys, maybe it's been torturous for them, but I've certainly had lots of fun. Buddy has had, oh my goodness, Buddy comes out of his skin every time we're in
he's
here.
the cutest dog ever.
Sweetheart.
I'm going to steal him.
That was it. I guess we'll never come this way again. You only get to do 200 episodes once. Now that I think about it, we should probably create this much fuss over every single episode because we're never going to do any of those other numbers again either. Hope you enjoyed it. We've enjoyed very much our time in here. All the stuff we've learned, all the stuff we've not learned, all the stuff we've forgotten even, we probably enjoyed. So just keep going with us. Keep writing in. We really, really appreciate knowing that anybody out there is listening. So thank you for that. Take care.
Bye.
Welcome, Jesse.
Thanks for having me. I have to admit, I'm a bit nervous.
We have our first guest, John Steeves. You just say that we have a guest, Mike the T. Mike the T, related to RJ. And I think we're going to have a whole bunch of fun, Mike. You?
Thanks, BJ.
But in episode 64, we have Lee from Courtney, longtime listener, frequent contributor. And we have Maura from Steveston. Bowen Ma, who's the sitting MLA for the NDP in the Lower Lonsdale riding.
Well, I'll say first, welcome to the shed because it's my shed.
Well, I am impressed by this shed, I have to say.
Our special guest today is my daughter, Haley. And Haley is here, not least because it's her fault that you're having to sit and listen to this podcast in the first place. If she hadn't mentioned at least a few times that RJ and I and KJ should think about doing a podcast, we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't have had all this fun. So, Haley, welcome to the shed, hon.
Thank you. I did this